Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for being patient. I'm really messing things up tonight, and it is what it is. My camera decided that it wanted to not work, and then I thought I hit the go live, and then did not.
And then did it twice.
Are we honestly rocking that this is the only night that you fucked up? Sorry, everyone. This is the first time ever that I've fucked up all night.
Plus, it took a solid hour to put on all that white goth paint to be the beautiful king of goth.
It's just this really white light that doesn't have any other color. It would be really nice if it had a natural tone. I have one with a natural tone, but it doesn't want to work. So I have this little stupid bright light that makes me look like I'm alabaster skin, like Enoch talks about in the Bible.
You're beautiful. I expect like you twinkle in sunlight. You know
what happened to you? Where's your hold on? Something's going on with your audio. Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
What's going on? Are you guys hearing? Are you guys hearing me? All right.
Yeah. Can you not hear me?
I hear you, but it's suddenly very low.
We love you. Thanks for tuning in. Matt gets naked at the end of the episode, so stick around.
That's not true.
Nice. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, apparently something's wrong with my headphone. It's all right. I figured it out.
Wow. I've seen a Picasso, and this isn't as beautiful as the white of his ass.
The white alabaster soft skin.
It's baby soft. The whole body's baby soft. Like, remember when the government came to us and said, we want to study you. You're beautiful. And he said, no, I'm going to be a dad. Like, he could have made millions off his.
I'm going to be a dad.
And now I'm begging them to take me back in the program.
That's
nice.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
Speaking of back in the program, so not for nothing, this evening it looks like we're absolutely a few members shy. Our Bigfoot happens to be missing in action. He's shaved himself completely bald, and we've not seen him for a couple days. It looks like Stacy's out doing some things that needed to get done for himself, and we're missing Joey and Paul this evening too. But we'll rock it without him. We just want you guys to know we're here waiting for you to come back. We'll see you next week.
Wow. That was real nice.
That's it. Josh. That's the show.
Y'all didn't want to address the elephant in the room that there's only 3 out of 5 of us, and the Bigfoot's just fucking gone. So I figured I'd fucking talk about it for you.
Well, you know what? That worked.
I know we're getting ready to when we do get our hands back on our Bigfoot. We're shipping him out to rehab. He's that addiction's real for him, so we're getting rid of him and sending him to rehab.
We're gonna chip him in for a new Bigfoot.
You make money off that online, son. OnlyFans shaving fetish for Bigfoot. You're one of a kind.
Right? Hey, it ought to work out for him, but I've got a really good connection in the Betty Ford Clinic, so we're gonna ship him out.
Oh man.
Hello, Michael. What up, Haywood?
So I actually prepared some of the clips that we've used as advertisements for the show, and we're gonna relive some of these awesome moments where we things that we've talked about and things like that. And then another thing that we really want to do tonight is kind of open this up for all of you guys to, oh my God, my cat is trying to flip my TV again. Cut it out.
That's my favorite part of the show, by the way. My favorite part is your cat. And I bet it's everyone's.
Dude, he's one of the reasons I stopped doing shows, because he's a freaking terrorist.
No, it's genius.
It's not. It's really not genius. When my TV's about to fall over, it's not.
Hey, are you in a 1-bedroom apartment or a studio, or what's the scoop there?
I mean, I have a 3-bedroom
house. He's in a water tower
that I rent. Yeah, I'm in a water tower. I'm in a basement.
I was more curious for the fact that you do realize that if the cat's knocking down a TV in one room and it's bothering you, there's always the option of moving said cat to a whole nother room.
You know what, Josh? Why don't you come to my house and you will be able to see the reasons why we can't lock him in rooms.
Oh my goodness, bro! You're talking to a guy who owns a zoo in his house. You can lock anybody anywhere.
I could confirm
No, not this one. Not this one. You'll see.
Like, I've got experience, but I'm gonna come on down there one of these days and check it out just to, teach you how to put a cat somewhere else.
Yeah, you'll see. You'll see what happens, bro. He's like he tears up the baseboards and the wall and all. He just scratches the hell out of it. It's
Your mama
insane.
says diabolical.
Yeah,
He's all from
it's true.
these old birds to the wall. That's
Why do you
what
have a house
drops.
full of vases? What's up with all those vases? Are you a vase collector?
No, I'm not. I'm not a vase collector. I'm really not. I don't know why Emmett said that.
You're in a room full of vases. That's pretty weird.
Oh my god.
All right, what we got? What we got?
All right, yeah. Anyway. The other part that I was trying to say before I was so rudely interrupted by my cat. We want to open up.
Diabolical.
We want to open up our booty holes.
Yeah,
Go
no.
ahead.
We want to open up the floor for you guys to give us live feedback on the podcast. We're at this point, we're coming up on episode 8 next week, and we wanted to see if any of you guys would be willing to give us some feedback. Good feedback, bad feedback, not so different. You don't like the music, you're tired of Bigfoot's shaving addiction, you want to see more dolphins, you tell us, and that's what we're here for tonight. So without further ado, I want to drop the first clip because this is this one. I couldn't believe that this one actually went the way that it did, but it was great.
8.
If you curse within the first 8 seconds, you're banished in the algorithm.
Ooh.
Learning more every day. 1, 2, 3.
Fuck.
Who did that? Who was that? So, I guess the reason everybody tuned in, the title, The Time Finding Bigfoot Thought They Found a Bigfoot.
So this is a crazy memory on finding Bigfoot. What you're seeing now is an infrared camera in Turner, Maine. And he's coming down the wood line just looking, and he sees me out there. So he reaches out. Anybody out there? Anybody in the woods? And there's no answer because I don't have my headset in. And nobody else is in the woods. Like, no, we're fucking eating. Shut up, Shut up, trash bag. Okay, so get ready. No, so he's like, oh my God, we found it. We found it. Oh my God, we're going to be famous. This is amazing. And right in that orgasmic moment, a rock throw. A fucking rock throw. Now, in that moment, he's like over the radio and he goes, guys, we got him. And he's like, pumped, like the kind of pump that you're like, because, you don't expect it to happen. And all of a sudden somebody comes on, no, I got him. So it ripples through the camp, everyone. And Matt Moneymaker, yes. And he's down at the end, okay? And he's being interviewed.
Hey, are we supposed to be able to see
By
this
the way,
video?
Matt Moneymaker, when he delivers, is genius.
So that was the brief clip there. That show was awesome. Like that whole story, dude, and how you put for one, it was really cool to be able to air footage from Finding Bigfoot that never actually made TV. That was a really cool perk. So how did it feel to be able to share that story in front of everybody?
Oh, we wanted to share that like so long ago, but what do you do? It's too fresh. We're on the it just didn't feel right, so it just got buried. But you got to remember, when you're working on TV, almost everyone working there is a film student. Like they can do it all. Everyone is a jack of all trades. So what does some of us do is you kind of like, go shoot some other stuff while you're there, or if you're really into it, you look for them. But yeah, that was so funny because I was having a genuine experience. That's the one Bigfoot tale I tell to everybody because that scared the living bejesus out of me. That was real. That was one of those moments where you ask yourself, like, should you be doing this? Do you really want this? Like, this is dangerous. There's no one here to protect you, you know? And this animal, if it's real, it could rip your arms off, like without even blinking and just watch you die, you know, like that's, you know. So anyway, yeah, it was awesome because I threw that apple, it hit the water, that thing walks out, kaploosh, kaploosh. And dude, that changed me forever. That's like going fishing, catching a 10-pound bass, bam, or hitting a hole-in-one golf or a home run. You're hooked. You're like, oh, I'm in for life. And to have Bobo there, who's been like my brother ever since we went and partied at Mount Pinos, it's kind of awesome, dude. And yeah, so I'm doing that. And then this poor kid, one of my besties, he's like you, Matt. He's got something about him where the whatever's out there, the unreal, the unnameable, it's drawn to you, right? And I think it's goodness of character, and you're actually more fearless than you know. But yeah, wherever he goes, he sees them. So I dialed him in, and he thought he had it. I mean, he thought he had it. For all of you out there listening that've been in the woods and are like, it's your moment, you know, like you with those sounds, Matt. Oh my God, I can't wait to say, yeah, I knew him. I could have blown him, but I didn't, you know. Yeah, dude, it's one of those moments. I was having that moment. He thought he was having it, and then when he found out it was me, when he found out my dumbass was in the woods communicating with Bigfoot, you know. He actually punched me, and he hated me legitimately he's a super nice guy, but a solid 9 hours, like solid. Like, I hate you. I hope you die. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, you're my good friend. You know, like, we've seen Bigfoot together. You know. Anyway, yeah, great dude. But what a moment, dude. And the thing about it is, and this I probably should have been fired, is it wasn't just a small interaction with me and Michael. He let it fly over the radio, as you saw, and everyone got in on it. And you have to understand that show, I don't know if you've seen the show or not, but a lot of non-believers. Which is always my problem with the show. If you're going to do this, we all know about intention. Intention is key. And if half the people are like, no, it's stupid, you know, and no kudos to them. They need a job, they need to feed their families. And we were blazing a trail to where hopefully one day an actual TV show has the right team behind the camera, equally as important. Anyway, yeah, so he thinks he has it. I think I have it. He flips out. He gets so angry at me, the poor guy. But in the end, we have the greatest, arguably unknown story, because even the fucking executive producer, pardon my French, I keep forgetting. I know we're going to kick off Facebook, but even he like did the, oh, wow. You know, like they're real. Wow. You know what I mean? Like people are having moments, life-changing, rippling moments of, oh, wow. And then it all came crashing down. So yeah, I probably should have got beat up. You know, that should have been the one time they've been like, we're going to be the bullies for an hour, and just at least whip me with wet noodles or something. But no, I didn't, because it was genuine. And I had Bobo as my best bud and my bodyguard in like every way. You know what I mean? For those of you that don't know Bobo, and I'll stop because I just get excited and go. Chainsaw talking. He is the BFG. He is the big, friendly giant. He's a beautiful human being, and in his prime, he was an Adonis. Dude, they would have a team of all these Samoan rowers, okay, and one white dude just in there having a good old time, you know, like not even sweating. He's in his heart, like, dude, I saw him when he was on the show. We were going by, and it was gay pride or something, and these gay gentlemen were getting harassed by these dudes. He said, stop the effing car. He's out the car before it even comes to a stop. Remember, at this point, he's a TV star. You know, like we have to protect him. If he gets hurt like that, he will destroy our show. He's the man. He jumps out and he's already knocked one down before we can even kind of like wrangle what's happening, because he just went beast mode. You know, I call him the shaved down Sasquatch. He's that like legendary, amazing. Anyway, sorry to ramble completely on it, but beautiful moment behind the scenes of the greatest reality show that was never filmed, which is the behind the scenes of Finding Bigfoot. The end.
Very cool. All right. Well, no worries. So guys, if you hadn't noticed, Josh is having some technical difficulties. He'll be back.
What the hell? He hated my story?
Yeah, dude. I he's driving, so he probably hit a rough patch. You know, that cell service up in Tallahassee ain't no joke.
Yeah.
But anyway, hey, he'll be back, and who knows? Maybe we'll be able to go through now. This one is what I want to talk about, because this was like one of the most controversial. No, well, of course I want to talk about that one, but this one is like one of our more controversial pieces that we did. This one. You would have thought jerking off the dolphin would have been the thing that got the most hate, but it wasn't. So this is the one based off of all of our analytics and stuff that like got the most like thumbs down and stuff. And I just want to see if anybody in the chat wants to talk about this a little bit. So I'm going to play that clip for you.
Back in the hot seat, fellas.
Hey.
Been wanting to. I think that footage is fake, bro.
Completely open to it being bullshit, having just kind of researched and done a deep dive on the whole story and just who Roger was, from a championship rodeo guy, boxer, shooter, fucking literally like the most greatest unknown legend of our country, arguably, but also a snake oil salesman of sorts. If they spin that story, though, everything lined up perfect.
Like Leroy Blevins made a suit. And it fucking looks close, bro. We don't have enough detail to be like, oh, you could see the muscle movement and shit like that. I think you're seeing a lot of noise, a lot of stuff added in.
They've cleaned it up pretty good.
Right? They have,
but it's still nothing what it would be if we had access to the original copy that just mysteriously disappeared. Yeah. So, yeah.
Bye-bye, audience.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to throw that one in there and talk to everybody about it. In the spirit of looking at every single case from both sides of the coin and being as thorough as possible. It's good to sit there and kind of have a think tank about some of our quote unquote more prolific cases from around the world. We have to look at all sides. We have to look at all the evidence. And, I personally want to say, if we offended you by making that, sorry, but not sorry. It's just one of those things, man. Like, you have to be open-minded to everything you can. And that's, I'm pretty sure RPG here will agree with me.
Yeah, an open mind is a terrible thing to waste. Terrible. Once you stop taking in information from both sides, you officially picked a team, and that's when the roots of ignorance begin to grow, because you will defend it vehemently, and that's when people become problems. Most things are fine, but yeah, you gotta, because nobody knows but those men, and Bob may know, but have any of you met Bob? Right? If Bob's lying, then Matt's a jerk, and we know Matt's the super good dude. Bob's amazing. And he looked me right in the eyes and he says, no, it's real. Now I'm going to take his word for it. That's where I'm at. But with that said, me believing and wanting to believe, there is all this other information that is very interesting. And I think you can fall in love with that, and enjoy like the counter argument, right?
Yeah, man. Well, that's the thing about having, like, I can believe in Jesus Christ. I can believe in the Tooth Fairy. I can believe in Santa Claus. But we have to also look at the genuine facts that we have. We have to look at what we have through history, what we're able to find, and just because we believe something doesn't mean that we suddenly have no eyes anymore. We can't look at the evidence. Ooh. So go ahead, RPG.
Yeah, I don't know. It's we said open it up to the chat. Yeah, like what do people think about it? And are you? And it's okay to be hardcore either way. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't be really passionate. It's wonderful. It's what rocks the scale and makes things fun. But there should always be a sliver of openness there and a good debate. Like, if anyone can change you, I think that's like amazing. It's harder to change than it is to like stick to the role, right? But for those of you that don't know, like, the story, for what occurred to happen, knowing what we know about Bigfoot, they are almost impossible. You need a degree of luck. Even when you go fishing, you need a degree of luck, or you just have to go as many times as you can. So with Bigfoot, for them to go, they were going upstream. They were downwind. Okay, they were in a creek bed. They were not walking. They were on horses, which were much more silent. They had from the debris that had been washed down. I forget if it was a year prior or not, but it was messed up in there. Mama Nature got mad and she cried and she flooded the whole area. And there was massive tree bends, so blocking the view of this creature. And this creature was also bent down like a little bit lower and scooping this water. So they just rode up perfectly. And on top of that, which I find really interesting, which I think I learned when we were talking on the show, they had been out there a long time. And if the story's true, they've been out there a long time, and they had pushed it to the point of exhaustion, to the point of they had no more coffee in the morning. You know, they do the cowboy coffee. They just kept doing it. Now they got nothing. And they're about to basically kill each other and be like, I hate you. This is the stupidest thing we've ever done. And in that moment, when, if we know anything about spells, magic, or meditation, or connecting, or fasting, it's when you reach that moment of exhaustion, basically, where you become more open to the world. Like Matt, he doesn't sleep that well. So in my opinion, you start losing that sleep, you're just making the veil open a little bit more and a little bit more, you know? And they were open to it. And whatever frequency she was vibrating on, they saw it. And it's kind of, if you look at it, it's like a look of exhaustion, you know, and like, not exhaustion, but, you know, amazement. And then she takes off. Welcome back, Matt. Burning time. But it was beautiful. What a beautiful moment if all that's true. And then to be so skilled as maybe not be a cameraman, but so athletic. Dude, they were professional boxers. Like wouldn't want to fight them, you know, backyard brawling, game bred before it was even cool. Master marksman. So they could have got it, no problem. It was real. On top of that, like rodeo superstars. So they're like the only people that could have handled the horse as the horse is bucking them off, grabbed the camera, landed without breaking anything, dude, and get up and run. Like, dude, Roger was from a family of tumblers. They performed as if they were performers and masters of their own body. He was a little mini Sasquatch, is what Roger was, and the original Bigfooter, really. And he's amazing. And so you want to believe, because it's like Paul Bunyan. Okay, this is a real Paul Bunyan. That's a tall tale. This is a little tale, and it's fucking real, you know. And then right next to him, you have Bob, who's arguably even a little better. Like literally, it's Tango and Cash. It's the best team ups. It's Eddie Murphy and Nolte. It's show my age, but it's awesome, you know. And so that's kind of why I want it to be real and why I believe. And the story gets better. Like, people don't even know how they even got home, how they almost got flooded out. Like, it's a Hollywood blockbuster movie, or at least going for like an Oscar, like Shoot It Right. And it's a crime that it never got made. I actually, you know what I should do next time? Remind me. We cut a sizzle for it with the EP of Finding Bigfoot, myself and my brother, and we cut a video about them to sell it. You know, it's nothing. It's just like it's a sizzle reel, but it's awesome and it sells it, man. They're amazing. But anyway, yeah. Long story short, they were the guys that could have done it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if there's any look, like I said, man, I believe I can believe all I want, but it comes down to, so you know, sometimes we got to look at the evidence, and I understand that maybe the footage itself hasn't been debunked, but no one's ever actually seen the original footage, so I also don't want to hear that part either.
oh, and here's another crazy story which we should tell on it
okay.
as well. When we did the final episode, okay, the last one, I think it was number 100. I was there at the Bigfoot Museum. Okay, so I was lead producer on that. And when I went there with, oh God, I can't remember his name now. The guy who has the most versions of it, Bill, not Bill Sloyer. Anyway, it'll come to me. Bill Munns. And I got to ride with him. I have a half an hour long interview with him about all of it. Nobody is more of an authority on that than him. And I have it like a treasure, because I got to spend time, right? Life's about finding awesome mentors. And we went through that museum and we scoured it, man. We scoured it and we went through every effing box. I'm talking like a movie, like here's a reel of film. Here's a reel of film. Look at them all. Dude, we had to come back next day. We were exhausted in the last box. This is like when movies do stupid shit and you're like, come on, it can't happen like that. Let me tell you, hunting for an original version of the Patterson-Gimlin film in the Bigfoot Museum, what is it? Bigfoot Museum, right? There, and getting to the last box, last can, and we come out, and it's one of the films. Now, it's not a one, it's like a 2 point something, but Bill has added that to his films. And what he actually does is he layers it to get this better version. And the beauty of Bill is someday I hope he reveals it, but he's the only one, as far as I know, that has seen it all together. So basically, almost beyond its glory of the original. Like amazing. Like if you saw it, I would imagine from there you could see the zippers.
Well, like it's close to the original, but like I said, there's nothing better than the full 100% original, and that's what I was saying in the show. Like that's really for me my only hang up that like makes me not like be like very skeptical. Like, okay, you guys just shot this,
yeah,
and now you have this crazy insane story about how it just kind of disappeared. Like you guys know that you have like 100% gold. Like you guys are for sure. You have the proof of Bigfoot, but you lost the film. and it's not like those look. It's not like it's a memory card like this, that you can just fucking toss or your baby steals and whatever. It's a freaking big old roll of film. So, that's always been my hang up on it. But without getting stuck on this for the rest of the night.
Yeah, we go.
We do have something coming up, but I want to do Stacy hopped in here. So RPG.
You want the bottom?
Okay. Oh my lord.
This is a PG-13 show.
Yeah, yes it is. So RPG, you want to talk about our special guest that we're going to bring up real quick?
Oh yeah, okay. So we're doing cross-platform stuff. We're getting nuts. I'm a boomer on the rise. So what we got here is OutKast Paranormal's Paranormal Roadshow, and we're back. Haunted. That's why I'm dressed like I'm from some haunted, like romance novel. Yes, I will make love to you. This show is off the hook, and our star, which when we did it the first time, we didn't know, right? Stacy and I were sitting there, and Stacy turns to me and goes, "Look how enraptured like all these people are watching the Delco experiment, like amazed by it. People stood in their seats afterwards. We were like, oh my God. And he's like, dude, we gotta make a show about this. And I remember just looking at him, falling madly in love, and then remembering I'm madly straight. but what a beautiful moment and idea. And then to go with it and take it into this haunted direction. But anyway, she's a superstar. Her name's Phyllis. She took it over because she started reading people, and she hit them real in the crowd. I mean, like touched hearts,
had people crying in the crowd. It was amazing. It was amazing.
And that's something to know. Like the show it has a heart of gold, but it's also a little dark. I mean, she came right at a guy and said, you can get a little upset sometime, can't you? She'll tell you. And we're like, oh my God, she's going for the jugular. But that's one of the guys we interviewed after, and he said he had a great time. Like it was great because he got to release in front of everyone. Anyway, there's lots to the show. Sorry. Phyllis is the best. Queen Phyllis.
Hi, Miss Phyllis. How are you?
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I'm so excited about this coming weekend. I'm all packed and ready to go.
Yes, we are. And so do you want to talk a little bit about what you're going to be doing for the show this time?
I'm sure. Well, one of the things is people are coming in and sitting down and waiting for the show to start. I'm going to go around the audience and demonstrate pendulums and dowsing rods and let the people try them out themselves. And it's a fun thing to do. When I do the haunted ghost tour in town, all the people have a kick out of trying to use them and are shocked when they start doing things for them. So it's a lot of fun. So it's audience participation if you want.
Matt, you use them too, right?
Oh, yeah. I use them in ghost hunting and all sorts of things. And then I will be doing a gallery at some point. And the new one is I want to do a meditation, but it entails aliens. So it's not just a normal meditation. You'll be hearing from the Pleiadians. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. And I want to say that, RPG, you mentioned if I wanted to do any reading tonight, the first person who calls in for a reading, if they're coming to the show, I will give them a free 15-minute reading sometime during that night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that means you guys have to leave a comment on this page, and then I have to verify that you guys are actually there on Saturday.
Yeah.
Well, you'll have to actually be there on Saturday to verify that.
I am going to be there on Saturday to verify that, sir.
Just making sure.
God willing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
somebody
that's
should be
going to
willing.
be amazing because you have so many skill sets, Phyllis, and that's what everyone doesn't know. Like, because you're so humble, but like, girl, you can do a little of everything, and your ability to actually connect to the audience, that's electric. That's unique, you know.
Well, what was exciting the one time when we were up at Crowley, and we had the trifecta. You were out doing a Bigfoot or skunk ape hunting. We had some incredible stuff happen in the one house with stuff being thrown at us. And I called upon the Pleiadians, and they came, and everybody saw a light show that they did. So it was really exciting to be able to share that with fellow believers.
Yeah, that was an amazing night, Phyllis.
Yeah, it was. That was the first time I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa, all this stuff happened in one night. All right,
Yeah.
I'm down for this stuff. I'm down for it.
And you thought I was joking. I kept going, yeah, the Pleiadians are coming there. You're like, oh, yeah, sure. The crazy thing was I was the only one who didn't see them, because by the time I stood up and turned around to look to where they were done doing the show. And it's like, oh, well, at least everybody else got to see them. But I see them all the time anyway. So, but yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Phyllis, what you got going on in there? What's that behind you?
Oh, all my alien stuff and Bigfoot and ghosts. And that tree, wrong way. The tree behind me is filled with alien ornaments. And,
Very nice.
Yes, this is my my office with all the paranormal stuff. I have a ghost section, a Bigfoot section, and a big alien section.
See, Matt, take notes from Phyllis. Instead of vases, this is where you should be. Ghost, alien, Bigfoot stuff. Maybe throw in a little bit of Yeti here or there, you know.
All right, so
Matt actually is on a special mission anyway, and he and I know about it. So he's got.
Matt is very special anyway. That is correct.
He's special. No, but yeah, there's some.
I'm special.
Yeah, there's some exciting things that are supposed to happen to him that he's preparing for. So.
Oh, he's gonna grow his first tooth.
Yeah.
We're proud parents, RPG. We're proud parents.
He's gonna get a tan, and it's gonna be amazing.
Become a stockbroker.
I wish.
Yeah.
Not stockbroker. She said sock broker. You'll be broken all these socks, man. That's your new job.
All right.
What's up? What's up? We got more clips of what we got.
We do have some more clips. And, you know, while we have Phyllis here, I want to play the commercial one more time for everybody, so that way everybody can see. What it's like.
She steals the show. She steals the show.
Oh, 100%.
All
right.
Stop.
The fan's back. That's our number one fan right there.
All right. And it really was so much fun. That was so much fun that I can't wait to do it again in a couple of days. I really can't.
I think what was exciting is when you guys were doing the spirit box earlier that evening, a deceased person came to me and wanted a message for his wife, and I couldn't figure out who the wife was at that time. And then when you're doing the spirit box, his voice came over. He said his name. And all while you were saying, how old are you? They didn't respond, but I heard him say 47. So then when I was doing the gallery, I found out who the wife was. And I said to her that, when did he die? She goes, 20 years ago. And I said, how old was he? And she said, 27. So to me, that added up to the 47.
You're an asshole too, buddy.
Also, the message that I gave to her, well, personal, I'm not going to share it here, but it was spot on with what he said, that she knew exactly that it was from him. And so that was pretty exciting that we heard him on the spirit box, plus he had a personal message for his wife.
Yeah. Listen, I know that the trailer might seem a little spooky and scary, guys, but like there's a lot of heartfelt stuff that can happen here, and it can get really real really quick. And it kind of starts out intense, but this time we're going to add a little bit more comedy. We're going to add a little bit more showmanship, and hopefully we're going to have just as an amazing experience as we did last time.
This time,
That was very good.
When I protect everybody in the building, the one thing that I did is I said no negative entities can come in. Well, this time I'm not going to say that part. I'm just going to say if you come in, you can't go home with us. So maybe we'll have even some more exciting things happen because there won't be any block of keeping anyone or anything that wants to come and speak.
She's got a little bit of faith, so she thinks she overprotected us. And so we were protected last time. Thank you. And you are forgiven, young lady. You are forgiven.
Well, I didn't want the audience to be scared because a lot of people, they see what's on TV, and we all know that the majority of that is faked. And I want them to experience a real thing, the good, the bad, the ugly, but they always know that they're protected by the whoever.
The good, the bad, the ugly. RPG gets to be the ugly
of their higher being, so that we will not allow anything negative to happen to anyone, and they won't go home with a hitchhiker either. So, but they'll be able to enjoy it without any fear of anything repercussions, I'll say. So that's what we want them to have fun, be a little bit shocked, maybe amazed, of course, but also protected.
Very cool. Like, because, I know that probably a lot of people at home are sitting there thinking that, oh man, like this is reckless. I don't want anything to come home with me. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want things, the paranormal itself is a very taboo topic. And, but we are, quote unquote, somewhat professionals at least. And we do try to care about people. And if something does go home with you in the event of that unfortunate tragedy, you can always reach out to people like us who are willing to help you get past it.
We're here to sell. We're here to sell. Not to fear. You're here to sell.
Well,
right. What happened right now, Matt?
Let me go counter to that though, because that is sexy and it's kind of a little dangerous and scary. Makes you want to make out in the bathroom, with glass on the floor.
What?
But at the same time, what we also try to illuminate is the fact that a lot of the reasons we're scared of these things is because of a slanderous misinformation campaign designed to destroy our own spirituality and connection to the source and what is beyond, and the Pleiadians and all these different things that we could be a part of in order to keep our attention fixed. And so really, what are we? We're breaking through these barriers because we have the balls to do it. And we try to find the right people to join us that have the expertise because no one's teaching it. Where do you go when you have these gifts? Where does Phyllis go? Where the hell does Josh go into, like when he's Bigfoot and in the woods? Like we need places anyway. We teach you a little bit about why it shouldn't be scary on top of have fun and be funny, and also some of the scare. Because it's real. That's why I think, Phyllis, you doing a meditation to kind of calm us down and kind of will not only open us up, but it will also add to the shield you're giving us with your protection as well, your protection spells. So, yeah. And
how about you, Josh? What do you think about all this stuff?
I took out of this whole deal, you got to have a lot of balls. And so, Phyllis, I'm assuming that there's a ton of balls going on there.
Right here.
Look at that ball.
Hey, Matt, that's 3 times the size of yours.
It's true.
Like, hey.
Hold on. You want to see something really funny? You guys are gonna crack up, and it will segue into the next part of the show. Hold on. This is what I keep on my desk.
No way.
Yeah. Hey, if you didn't know that he had dolphins on his desk, that's going to be a weird thing that you didn't know that. First of all, you're not even Matt's friend if you don't know that he's got dolphins on his desk. I mean, all I got is Bigfoot here. Hey, Phyllis.
Yeah.
Does that thing look familiar to you?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm bringing one more with me to sell. It's not on the pedestal, but the girl who was selling them at that show, she gave me a few things to bring to sell. So if somebody wants one like that, I will have it. I only have.
Hey, let me tell you, everybody should have one of these things. Check this thing out. There's so much detail. I don't know if y'all can see it very well. There's so much detail in that.
Wow.
Like it's hard to see it. It's hard to see on the video. I'm confident of that, but and yet I tried anyway. I just kept doing it, right? But a amazing piece of little artwork here. Probably one of the coolest things I've ever purchased from an event.
Well, like I said, I have one of those. I have several alien skulls and some crystal ghosts, as well as I have some little UFOs. They're all made out of genuine stone or crystal, so they're all, they all have energy, and so I can't wait to show them. And
see that, Matt? You ask me questions, and what do? Shameless plugs all day long. Hey, so, and everybody that's watching, don't forget to go to our merch store and check out our merch as well. So shameless plugs. I'm good at that. What else you got, Matt?
Well, I'm actually really glad you brought that up, because one thing that we have not advertised is that there's going to actually be vendor booths at the event. So this last time we didn't actually have something like that, but this time we have a bunch of different people that are going to be there selling, odds and ends, maybe even some haunted items if they're available. Like all of Phyllis's things. We're going to be doing tarot card readings at tables and psychic readings at tables, and something else I'm definitely forgetting, but we didn't actually say that.
The point there is you are missing out if you don't make it to this event on Saturday evening, 7:45. Come on down.
Real quick, I want to show this little guy. Phyllis, you recognize this?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little obsidian voodoo doll, like the little, little OutKast doll. And my mom got it for me and handed it to me after the conference 2 weeks ago. It was really cool. I was so excited. At first, I thought she said she got it for herself, and she's like, "No, I got it for you, you idiot."
Well, she told me she got it for you for Christmas.
What a boss.
I thought she was going to hang on to it till Christmas.
I guess she couldn't. I guess she couldn't hold out. She was too excited.
Yeah.
Listen.
So you know what? Since we had the Dolphins up, real quick, let's play the Dolphin story a little bit. And
since we had the Dolphins up, we didn't have the Dolphins up, man.
Me like that. 1, 2, 3.
We're 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, 5 weeks later.
A weird thing that most people don't know that their tax dollars went to.
Oh God, I love
it is a very weird experiment. Actually, it was funded by NASA. Long story short, they wanted to study dolphins. They wanted to study like brain functions, to see if we could teach them the human language.
We're doing a dolphin, fellas.
Okay. So they hired this trainer.
Yeah.
And what they were bringing her to a facility to meet with these dolphins.
To meet with it.
They decided that they wanted to take it up a notch and create this. It was like a house, but it had water in it, so that she was living with these dolphins around the clock.
What?
I
love that you're thinking.
I want to say that they had 2 females and a young male dolphin. And the young male dolphin was not. He got to this point where he did not want to respond.
It's non-receptive.
He was non-receptive.
I don't like this woman.
He would sit there and not do any of the things for the program that he was participating in originally.
Not playing
Breach your
any-
contract.
Not playing any reindeer game.
Unless
he
was masturbated.
Nice.
By
the trainer.
Yes.
Hey.
So I want to share something real quick. That video has over like 10,000 views on TikTok. I don't know why it's the most viral one that we got. Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
I can hear you. I was just letting you know we were back.
Well, hey, I mean, sorry, the video was too short. My bad.
I actually had interaction with a dolphin. If you want to hear it, I can tell the story pretty quick.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I was at SeaWorld, and I was at the baby dolphin tank. And as I'm sitting there, I'm getting a psychic message from somebody looking for Starla. And she kept going, "Where's Starla? I can't find Starla." So I called one of the trainers over, and I said, "Is there a dolphin around here named Starla?" And they said, "Oh, she's too big for this tank now. She's over in the main tank." I said, "Well, Spirit is here asking for her. And they said, oh, her mom died 6 months ago and her name is Starkey. So I said, well, Starkey's here looking for her daughter. So I said, psychically to the mom, I said, okay, Starkey, let's go find your daughter. So we went across the park and we got to the big pond where they were. And I'm sitting on a bench and I say to Starkey, I said, well, she's supposed to be in there, but I don't know. And then all of a sudden the announcer goes, hey, everybody, here comes Starla, our brand new dolphin in this tank. Everybody welcome Starla. So I said to Starkey, there's your daughter. Now what? And she goes, go underneath. So we went down by the window and I'm sitting there and I'm saying, well, I don't know what's going to happen. And all of a sudden this dolphin all by itself comes flying under the water, stops right in front of the tank where I'm sitting and just stares at me. And I said, Starkey, there's your daughter. And I got up and left.
Wow.
So let me just ask you this. Out of curiosity, did you know that was the spirit of a dolphin, or it just came through as a spirit?
I just thought it was spirit. I didn't know it was going to be a dolphin. Now, what happened earlier at that tank, or another time, they were all sleeping and they had it blocked off so you couldn't go up to where they were. And I was way down at the other end of the tank. And very softly, because you don't want to hear me sing, I was singing, come to me, my space children, I know who you are, and come dance with me. And all of a sudden, they all woke up and came down to where I was and started swimming and swirling around where I was standing. And my daughter goes, what you do now, Mom? I said, singing to them. So that was my first interaction with him. And then, so I was telling the trainers about it. So when I asked them about Starla, they kind of knew that I was already telling them I was a psychic, and they were all excited. So it was pretty amazing that it happened. So I can't wait to get back to SeaWorld again.
So let
Yeah, me either.
Right, Matt neither. Hey, but Phyllis, let me ask you, just because we know Matt loves to have sex with dolphins, and you're super cool. Have you ever considered maybe trying to spank a dolphin with your?
I've actually swam with the dolphins for my 65th birthday. But we went on a cruise.
And at any point during that time, did you think maybe you would want to enjoy, give a dolphin a rub and tug?
No.
Matt, on the other hand, will. But I mean, that's all.
All it takes is one story, and all you're doing is reporting the facts in the news, and then bang.
Hey, but you didn't report all the news. There's so much more to that story that was way cool that you missed.
Well, do you want to get into it? We can touch on it, or are we going to save it for another time?
Yeah, we should all be together. I think this was.
Dolphin Part 2 is a no-brainer. I support it fully. I will march for it.
Right. Yeah, I think we should all be able to be involved in it, though, because I'm sure every one of us has some pretty good feedback for this.
Well, I only masturbated one dolphin, so I'm not going to have a lot to add, but it's a good story.
Is it weird if I let a dolphin masturbate me?
And I can talk to him and I can tell you if you're doing it right or if you're pissing him off.
See, that right there, a trip to SeaWorld, boys. It's in our future.
Yes. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So the group of us and Phyllis headed to SeaWorld.
We
just got to convince Stacey.
I have a platinum pass, so I can get you guys in at half price.
Oh, that's
bam! Look at that.
That's even better.
Discount.
But do they let in dolphin perverts? That's the question.
Well, we'll act normal when we get there.
Right. Hey, because what are they going to do once you're already in there jacking them off? You think they're going to make you stop jacking the dolphin off? They're like, he looks to be enjoying this. We better let him finish.
He's never jumped so high.
He's doing better tricks than he's ever done.
How did I get into this?
It's just seafoam.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Phyllis. It's just what happens around here now.
Well, you were just supposed to jump on, but you came on and you stole the show again. All you do is steal, and I love it.
She's a thief.
She's a big thief.
Yeah, but lovable, right?
Well, you
absolutely, Phyllis.
Phyllis.
Absolutely.
Tell the audience, to the dismay of my love, how we are actually connected.
All right. Ryan was my husband in a previous life, and Maddie was our daughter. And the first night we met, we knew that something like really bizarre, like the chemistry. And remember when you drove home, all of a sudden I sent you an email hoping that you got home safe to your family.
Yeah.
And you said, why did I send you that message? And I said, I don't know. You just popped into my head. And you said you were sitting there thinking of me at that very moment.
Yep.
So there's still that strong connection. And I feel such love toward Maddie. She is absolutely a beautiful woman. And,
thank you.
you know, and then you were a good husband. I don't know how you are in this life, but you were a good husband in that
I'm
life.
working on it. I'm working on it.
I know.
I got anger issues. I'm like Matt.
He might have been better in the last one, Phyllis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at me. Look, I still dress like the last one, you know? I want to go back.
I think your name was Caleb back then.
Caleb.
But I had a stupid name like, oops, wait, I better not say that. Somebody might be named this, but my name was like Mildred or something. I just can't remember. At the time I told you Maddie's name, but I can't remember it now. I think
Good old Caleb and Mildred.
And so I think it was Celeste.
Celeste, that's you're a beautiful, you're a stripper with a heart of gold.
That's Maddie. That was Maddie's name, not me.
That's a Bambi. Bambi.
Bambi. All right, what else you got, Matt? What else you got?
I got one more. Actually, wait. Yeah, no, one more, and then I think we're actually ready for a wrap. So this one is shorter. Is under a minute. So don't look at me like that, Josh.
Come up with a rap before he's done, RPG.
What?
Did he just freeze like that?
I think he did. Yeah.
Oh, there he goes.
That was good, RPG. Good job.
I was waiting to play it. Now it's a thing back.
All right. All right. I'm gonna play it now.
Good deal.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, and we're back.
Sweet baby feet.
Let the wild turkey in.
God, that reminds me a lot when you tried to deep throat that fucking hog turd when we was, on the Skunk Camp Experiments 1. You see RPG carry a fucking hog turd through the woods. He comes back and is proud of it. It's like, I found this.
Look what I found, guys.
It might be fossilized deer dick. That thing was like fucking huge, bro. Like, he's taking these deers out there fucking packing, dog.
No, you guys had like gator's teeth and all this cool stuff, and I literally was like, what is it?
It's a white piece of, it's a piece of shit.
And I was like, oh yeah,
Shit.
I was like, the pig was eating it. It was kind of crazy.
Nothing says you're not from Florida like that.
Yeah, right?
Oh, that shit was funny, man.
True story. No, let's do a lead into that moment, right? Though.
All right. Yeah,
Okay. So yeah, a bunch of Florida men. Everyone's a badass Florida man. These are my swamps. I go through these swamps every day. Ticks fear me, and I'm new to it, right? My woods are way different. There's no gators in the water and like stupid shit like that. No, we're smart enough you don't go there. Well, to get to this point where the falconer footage took place, where Josh and Stacy and the team showed up and hit hard right after that event, like you're supposed to do as Bigfooters, paranormal, whatever. You got to get there when it's hot. It's like a 2-week period. But anyway, they went there and they ran into that thing. They hit it, So Bigfoot was there, unless they're all lying. They're all lying. And falconers lying, and all the evidence that was there that people don't know about, like pigs with one leg broken hopping around, just basically food lying around. Whatever was there was probably like a teenage squatch, if I was to guess. And it was just on holiday, just eating hog and killing gators, wrestling gators with his buddies. But anyway, gators, pigs, snakes. You don't do it at night. You know what I mean? You hike on trails, or maybe you go off trail. Maybe you're on the side of a river, but you're not mucking through stuff. They wanted us to muck through stuff, ponds. There's gator slides. I mean, dude, any rational person would go, stupid, right? But it's our job, and we want to push it. So I was scared. I mean, let's be honest. They can all pretend they weren't, but they were. You have to be. If you're not a little scared, you're a moron. But yeah, pushing through those woods, I was all that built up to me being so on edge. It was another moment where I didn't know how scared I was, because I was going to do it. I will do almost anything. And I was coming through, and it was dead silent, like only my footsteps. And I'm thinking lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, lions and tigers. And I needed your meditation, you know what I mean? Because I need something to like take me down, because you just go into a fear spiral. Thank you, dyslexia. And in that moment of where I'm like either gonna get it or just get real bad and be crazy, perfect camera, a pig, I startled it and it jumped. And I if I didn't have a strong heart, I would have died. Like, it scared the bejesus. And it wasn't even a big pig. It was just like a little one that was like, mama, and it just ran off. And I was like, oh, and I had like an Ace Ventura face just frozen there for a second. Like, you know what I mean? Rigor mortis of the fear. And anyway, I calmed down. I start laughing, because that's what you do after you get freaked out. At least what I do. And I walked over, and it had this thing, and it would look like a finger, I mean, it was ghostly. It was white. It was all white, and it was in the sea of brown and green. There was just this beautiful white thing, and I was like, what the hell is this? What was it eating? And I didn't know, like, I didn't know. I don't know everything.
Moldy turd.
And I bring it back, and literally these guys are sitting around, smoking cigs, talking about the war, and I come on like Gandalf, because dude, I survived the swamp. Like that stupid moment. That's another great reason you got to go out and do these things. That stupid moment made me braver, taught me something about myself that I need to learn to be braver. And so I come in and I feel like Gandalf. I got the staff, but I'm holding shit in my hand. I'm holding shit and a staff, thinking I'm hot shit. And these guys literally, I found this gator skull. And Stacy's like, yeah, I had to kill this one by stabbing it in the top of the skull, separating the skull, and starting a fire quickly. I knew I only had 15 minutes to cook the skull, boil the skull down. And, I did a slight tattoo on the right side. I mean, it's only half of it. It's like a sleeve, but I'm going to finish the whole thing. And I'm here holding shit going, what is this? And they all just look at me and they're like, you got shit. What do you do? It was, I wish people knew how funny it was, because that's the ultimate outsider moment. And I don't care. So I'm like, oh, fuck, shit. I thought it was fossilized deer dick. And I just threw it down. Let's keep going, Yeah. Anyway, what a moment, and what an idiot. And yeah, big fun.
Well, the first time that I did the Bigfoot skunk ape hunt with you guys at Crowley, I mainly brought my daughter because of her experiences in New Jersey, but everybody wanted to show me where the footprints were from the day before. And we get to a certain point and I just break out in a sweat and goosebumps. And that's usually, as a psychic, that's usually a sign that something's around. And I said, oh, I'm just being silly. And I walked back to where the group was and I was perfectly fine. Walked back up to that spot and, everything started going on again. So that's when I saw the vision of the father, mother, and baby Bigfoot. And everything that they said, we were able to prove, as far as the footsteps, the tree knocking, the gift they left us. So because a psychic, that's personal experience. It's not proof. But when you can prove what they tell you of things that I didn't know ahead of time, then it's confirmation. But yeah, when I was first up in the woods, and that was daylight, getting these creeped out feelings. So that's when I knew they were around.
Huh. That's how I know when Josh is around.
I actually was around that day, and so whatever. Everybody gets a little creeped out when Josh is around.
It's good creepy, though. It's nice creepy. Like, let's go get some ice cream creepy.
Oh, snap.
You want some candy, little boy?
Absolutely, Philip. I sure do.
We're going to do an expose someday with all of us, the cast, and you'll just stand there buck naked with that mustache, and you'll be the most covered naked man on earth. And I'll pay for that photo shoot where all of us just ridic. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Phyllis, prepare.
I'm ready.
Why is this on the table of photo shoots? I think there's a lot of other things that we could put that kind of money towards in time.
Man, I honestly think you're missing out on a big, huge thing not having photo shoots. I think that there are.
We could do a photo shoot.
Yeah.
I'm
thinking with photo shoots come calendars. There's all kinds of things here that should be in our merch store very soon. Calendars being number one of the OutKast crew. Different things, different ways.
The puzzles are already there.
Imagine this, right? If you lined all of us up, including Phyllis, like a mugshot, but we were all naked except covering one part of our body. And you just have to shoot it black and white, and then it's art. It's avant-garde, you know. It would be viral. That's our cover. Boldly, and honestly standing before our peers.
Matt, what body part are you covering, bud?
What body part are you covering?
Probably my nipples.
Ooh.
That's what's up. You got pepperoni nips?
No, actually, they're really small.
Aww.
Less than a dime. This is just information.
Well, now I have to go find out, but I'm pretty sure.
I mean, you know what a dime looks like, Matt, and you know what your titty looks like. What are we working with?
Is it
no, it's like a nickel.
Ooh,
A nickel? That ain't a small nipple, bro. You go nickel pepperoni salami.
Look, Emmett says, Matt, just let this happen. No, I'm not just letting this happen.
Matt always just lets it happen.
What would you cover, Phyllis? Be honest.
Oh, my eyes.
Nice.
I didn't want to see.
Because you don't want to see Matt's nipple.
I know.
I like the way you don't want to see Matt's nipple. I'm covering my my upper lip there with my mustache. That's it. That's me.
I would cover.
And then RPG, what you covering?
I'd cover my butt cheeks, which don't need to be covered.
Nice. You know your face in the audience, right? Like you're covering something nobody can see anyway. Oh, I love it. Oh, that is awesome.
We've gotten way off here, but it's a good off.
Yeah. It's an off.
Yeah, we did.
For sure.
Calendars, photo shoots, butt cheeks.
Yep. And haunted paranormal experiences coming this Saturday to Tallahassee, Legacy at the Riverfront. Come join us, please. If you guys enjoy our forms of comedy and you enjoy the paranormal and you want to have a good time, you want to have a new experience, come join us. Come join us. It's going to be a great event.
Phyllis,
and even if you don't like our comedy, go check out our merch store. All kinds of fun stuff in there. New stuff coming weekly. Go on in there and check it out.
Oh, are you handling the designs now? You're going to make sure that's done weekly?
I'm just making stuff up, bro. But go into the merch store and check the shit out.
All right, guys. Everybody who's been watching tonight, thank you very much. And you know what? I didn't see any actual questions from anybody. So, hey, if you're watching the show still, leave some comments, some questions for us on things that we can improve with the podcast. We want to learn. We want to learn what you guys want. So, this is your opportunity. You guys
Burger King have it that way.
Exactly. Thanks, Josh. You guys ready to call it a night?
Yeah, hey Matt, thanks for getting it all together, man. You're the king, and it's awesome. And I love working with a ghost. And Phyllis, you're a superstar. Thank you so much for
Yes, Phyllis, thank you so much for jumping on and especially on such short notice.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. I just thinking about the 5.5 hour ride tomorrow to get there. But,
and I'm riding with you, so it's going to be really fun.
Then it's going to be probably longer.
So it's going to be like a 9-hour trip now.
My daughter's coming along, so we're safe.
Phyllis, I wish you safest of travels. We'll see you very soon. RPG, we'll see you very soon. Matt, I wish you safe travels as well. Bring that cat up here with you this weekend, and I'll show you how to train him up where he's not tearing up your shit no more.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Bring him in a crate. I got a crate for you to take him back home in too when he's a good boy now.
Okay, Matt, like I said, if anybody sends you a message, I said the first person if they called in, but if you want to take a list of the names of who responded or made a comment about tonight's show, and they're going to be there tomorrow, Saturday, you can pick a name and I will give them a free reading.
All right, sounds good. You hear that, guys? You have until Saturday morning to, put a cool comment about the show that you're going. So make sure you guys do that. It's very simple. You can leave a comment on Facebook or YouTube. Don't matter. So, yeah, guys. Well, thank you all very much for your time tonight. It's been a lot of fun. It's always fun getting with you guys, and everybody that's been watching tonight. Thank you all for your time. We all always appreciate you guys stopping by and keeping us going. So, you all have a good night, and we'll see you guys on Saturday.
Squatch out with crotch out.